Hello, everyone. My name is Jack Fitzgerald. I served as a Jesuit volunteer at your parish, Our Lady of Guadalupe, from August of 2017 to August of 2018. So for me, that was from the ages of 22 to 23 years old. It was one of the most joyful years of my life and helped me to understand what it means to be a missionary disciple, what we're going to talk about today. So this is the first community that I was ever a part of, my family. And within this family, within this community, I learned so much about my faith. It was the foundation. They provided the foundation for my faith as a Catholic. So I want to extend that question to you today. What have you learned about your faith from your family? What did it mean to you to be raised in this faith? For me, it meant just that. It meant the foundation. It meant where I learned about the Mass and I learned about the sacraments, and I had that experience of coming to know Christ at a young age through those things, through the sacraments, through Mass, and through family life. So St. Pope John Paul II says that within the family that is open to transcendent values of faith, the transcendent values that come from Catholicism, our vocation is fostered and developed, and vocation being what we're meant to do with our lives. So that was a question that I was asking myself when I was in college, when I was on my own and I didn't have my family there to be waking me up for Mass on Sunday mornings. You know, it was a voluntary obligation that I had to make for myself. And I was asking myself that question: what do I want to do with my life? What does my faith mean to me? And so during the summer leading into the summer of my graduation from college, I entered into discernment about service and missionary discipleship. And I found that opportunity in the Jesuit Volunteer Corps, another community of missionary discipleship. So JVC is not the only means of missionary discipleship, but it was the one that lined up for me at that particular time in my life. It's a 1-year volunteer program, and it's rooted in 4 values: simple living, social justice, community, and spirituality. So this was my community: Carter on the bottom, Allie on my left, Lizzie to my right, Colleen, and then Carrie. And we all served at different nonprofits throughout the greater San Diego area. We lived together on Irving Avenue and supported each other throughout this year of missionary discipleship. This next picture, the parish staff, we often ate meals together here in the parish office, and we all worked together in our missionary discipleship. So I want to reference some language from Pope Francis, and I'll just read from my notes here. So specifically from the Joy of the Gospel, he talks about the parish community, and that's very much what I think about when I see this picture. The parish community is a community of communities, he says, a sanctuary where the thirsty come to drink in the midst of their journey, and a center of constant missionary outreach. Do you feel this to be true? How have you seen constant missionary outreach at Our Lady of Guadalupe? How do you see it as a community of communities? For me, these words could not ring more true about your parish. It is a center for constant missionary outreach. There are so many communities that make up your parish. There seems to be a group for just about everything at Our Lady of Guadalupe. And if there's not, someone's probably in the process of starting one. But when you think about Mass on Saturdays and Sundays and even daily Mass, Our Lady of Guadalupe is a community of communities. No matter what group we're a part of throughout the week, we all come together for the same reason, to pray with our God on Saturdays and Sundays. So a community of communities, a center for constant missionary outreach. That is Our Lady of Guadalupe. Some great teachers, mentors, and friends the Jesuits were to me in my missionary discipleship journey. How are you connecting? How are you connecting with teachers at the parish? You know, it doesn't have to be a Jesuit. It doesn't have to be someone in religious life. Maybe there's a member of the staff like Hilda, or, you know, just a parishioner, an older parishioner in one of the groups that you're a part of, or someone that you've always wanted to talk to. Go seek wisdom from those people. Seek counsel and advice from those people. They want to hear from you, and they'll want to learn from you as well. And sometimes it's in the most unexpected of folks that you'll find that mentorship. I know Senor Serrano, he worked in the parish garage and often fixed things that were broken throughout the parish. He was another teacher to me during my time. So who are you reaching out to? Who are you connecting with to learn how to be a missionary disciple? I encourage you to seek out those people. One of the Jesuits shared with me on an all-staff retreat at the beginning of my missionary discipleship year, my JVC year, that everything that we do as staff, that we were to do as staff that year, should be rooted in prayer and should be rooted in the gospel. And I found that this only grew in relevance as my year went on, and I still find it extremely relevant today. Taking experiences of being in community to prayer only enriched those experiences in community and allowed an opportunity to see more clearly what was happening in God's hand in community. I see the presence of God in the faces of these children as I look at them. We worked with them after school, Monday through Thursday, on their homework and helped them study and read. In this photo, you have Daniel on the right, Miguel sticking his tongue out at us, Ricky with the funny face and the sucker, and David. Just wonderful kids. Some of our tutors there in the background from Our Lady of Peace. My roommate Carter, who helped out nearly every day. And another outreach that we did that I actually want to share this quote from the Joy of the Gospel with you as well as we close out here. So missionary discipleship, Pope Francis says, is something that allows us to concentrate on the essentials. Missionary discipleship is a style that concentrates on what is most beautiful, most grand, most appealing, and at the same time, most necessary. So this experience here really connects for me a lot of what we've talked about today. One of the most moving experiences that I had while I was at Our Lady of Guadalupe, we held a memorial service for the nearly 20 homeless individuals who passed away as a result of the hepatitis outbreak that happened while I was there. And we lit a candle for each one of these people. We stuck a flower in the fence in their memory. And members of the parish community of Denise Harder there, Margie Carroll, one of the imams who we worked with, it was an interfaith gathering, members of the parish, we gathered to remember these people. And, you know, as we think about Pope Francis's message of the essentials of life, what is most grand, what is most beautiful, what is most important? You know, I think of those words and I see those words on display in these photos. So just a close-up of the flowers that were put in the fence in memory of these people. So I want to put a final question out to you. You know, what is most essential in your life? What is most beautiful? What is most grand, and what is most important? And how can some of the things that we've covered today, you know, the communities that you're a part of within the parish, or the communities that you seek to be a part of in the parish, the mentors that you seek out, what your family taught you about your faith, how can these things all work together your prayer life? How can these things all work together for you to help you better understand what it means to live your faith, to be a missionary disciple? I wish you all the best on your journey. May you have a wonderful Lent, and take care.